Hello, and happy Burn a Qur'an Day. Or happy Use a Qur'an as a doorstop day. Or happy Use a Qur'an to fan yourself off day. I wonder if this is offensive. When does it cross the line? That's what I wonder. I'm gonna fan myself off with this here Qur'an. Am I crossing the line? Did I just cross the line? Did I just become offensive? I don't know. I can't really tell sometimes. Today, there is a movement to burn the Qur'an. Today, I think, is finally an excellent day to talk about iconography, symbolic representation, especially the conventional meanings attached to an image or images, inanimate objects often. I think it's important to look at the term iconography today because a lot of us don't realize how much power we put into images, into an image, certain images. And it's interesting to think about this day where there's the threat of burning an inanimate object that's got millions of copies of it. It's not rare. It's not going to disappear. In reality, a Qur'an is just inanimate material. It isn't anything more. That's all it is. Ink, paper. There shouldn't be any big deal whatsoever. But we have this problem where icononize? We make these images icons. There's a documentary that came out like a little while ago. It's called Flight from Death, The Quest for Immortality. Actually, I'll put a link to Hulu. Has it up for free right now. You can watch it. I'll put a link in the video description. The main part that applies is there's a couple psychology tests in the documentary, and what they do is they set it up to where people have to use symbols that are icons as for everyday tasks, and to see if people are hesitant to do so. And one thing they set up is a crucifix with the little baby Jesus, the full-grown Jesus hanging from it, and a nail on a table. And they say, okay, your task is you must hammer the nail into the wall and then hang up the crucifix. You're not given a hammer. Obviously, you need to use the crucifix to hammer in the nail, then hang up the crucifix. Well, the act of actually holding the crucifix with Jesus right in front of them and nailing it into the wall was super problematic for some of these cats because it was an icon, a symbol that had so much meaning bestowed upon it. The other thing they did was they set up a simple little task. They said, look, here's a bunch of sand mixed with ink. Filter out the sand from the ink, and then you can use the ink to write a message. So here's all the materials you have. A little cup with the ink and the sand in it, a piece of cloth, and a rubber band, and whatever else they might need to write with the ink. And the only problem is the piece of cloth was an American flag. So once again, these cats, and in this situation especially, some of these cats went to every resort possible to avoid sullying the American flag and getting the ink all over it and using it to filter out the sand. Because we put such meaning into these symbols. A flag is just an inanimate object. It's just a piece of cloth, man. It's no more, doesn't mean it doesn't actually, there's anything more to it physically. There isn't. But we do put a lot of meaning into certain everyday objects, and we don't even fully realize it. Those are the only two experiments from the documentary that I can remember. But I was thinking, just for fun and just for Burn a Qur'an Day, we should set up our own new experiments. And you can actually play along at home, alright? I want you to take a Qur'an, a Holy Bible, and a copy of Charles Darwin's Origin of Species. I want you to take all three of these books, go into your bathroom. I want you to throw out all of your toilet paper in your entire house. I want you to stack up these three books next to your toilet. And for the next week or so, you're not allowed to take any toilet paper into that bathroom. But you still must use that bathroom and that bathroom only. So, basically, the test is this. When you need to wipe your ass, what are you going to reach for? That's what's going on here today with this Everybody Burn a Qur'an Day. That's what's happening here. It's another situation where people are putting so much power into an inanimate object like the Qur'an. Entire countries talking about how there's going to be widespread chaos if this handful of redneck, hillbilly, backwoods goons in the United States light a couple of pages on fire of a book that there's millions of copies of, and whole countries are going to go batshit crazy over the whole thing. Dude, you especially can't put that much power into inanimate objects that are beyond your control, that you can't cover and protect all the time. If my whole fucking country is gonna go insane if an object gets lit on fire, it better be an object I can keep under wraps. I thought of another one too. Alright, you're given a little bowl of ashes and a little cup of water and a brush and a nice clean canvas, and you're told you must spell out the word help on this canvas in order to pass the test. And oh, by the way, the ashes in the bowl are the cremated remains of Carl Sagan. So, go. These are non-living material. This ashes are just ash. There's nothing that we know as Carl Sagan left in those ashes whatsoever. But all of us, I think, would hesitate before we started smearing him all over a piece of canvas. Even though I think he might be the first one to tell us exactly how irrational it is. So, that's my message for today. On Burn a Qur'an Day, do you think Allah lives in the pages of this book? Do you think his presence is that fickle? You burn a couple pages and he's somehow harmed? Because if he is, he's not any god that's worth worshipping, now is he? Whatever you plan on doing, you plan on burning a Qur'an, have fun, burn your Qur'an. I'm not burning a Qur'an. If you get offended you don't like people burning Qur'ans, then don't burn a Qur'an. Have a great day not burning a Qur'an, and guess what? You win. You win. You win tolerance. You just win because you got what you wanted. You didn't burn a Qur'an. And if the idea of somebody doing that hundreds of miles away, perhaps thousands of miles away from where you live, if that bothers you, then maybe you need to lighten up and just fucking relax for once. Happy Burn a Qur'an Day, everybody. That's my thoughts. Iconography. That's definitely the word for the day. Peace.